Hi, I'm just coming to you for a moment to share my heart on something. Do you notice lately in the news? I'm not really a news watcher, but if you're on the internet, things pop up all the time, and this popped up this morning. But I had known about this group before this popped up. The Nexium group, I'm talking about, the cult, the evil cult. As I told you before, I was in MLMs for years, so this didn't surprise me at all that there would be other things springing up similar. Not that I ever did any of that stuff in the MLMs I was in, but there are different groups, there are different cults. I've been in cults, not actively involved, but have had my time in them in various forms. Well, Nexium was one of the most evil, branding people with hot irons and just horrid stuff. Anyway, now you're finding out that the actress in a very popular TV series was involved in this cult. Besides that, we find out that the actress in, um, what was that called? It's not Family Matters. Why can I not think? Thing with Uncle Jesse and all those people. Whatever that sitcom was. I never liked it, so that's probably why I can't remember. Full House. Full House, that's what it's called. That actress is involved in um, paying or somehow getting her daughters into school in an illegal way. It's like we look at these stars and we think, wow, I wish I was like that. I wish I had their money. I've said that just jokingly. Everybody I know has said that at one time or another. Um, because we want to have more than we have. But do we really want to do what these people are doing to be in that limelight? I know I don't. I don't want to be mixed up in all that mess. You know, you look at these people and you admire them and you look up to them, and some people idolize them, but you don't realize what's up at the top, where they've been, and how they got there. A lot of them. Not saying all of them, because I happen to know that there's a very famous actress. I can't remember her name. She was on Just Shoot Me. She plays the kind of snooty lady on there, and that is my foster father's cousin, who he used to grow up with, like, or he did grow up with. And she doesn't get into all that stuff. She's not involved in the higher up echelons and didn't sell her soul to be famous. But many of these people did. And at what cost do they have that fame? What are they involved in? What did they have to sign on the dotted line to have their name up in lights? That's all stuff we have to realize and also explain to our children and our grandchildren who look at these TV stars as if some kind of gods, whether it's WWE or people in acting and show business, like starring in superhero movies or dinosaur movies or whatever. You're finding out all these people, or a lot of these people, I mean, are involved in some pretty shady stuff, if not downright crimes. That's got to make you take pause and realize that even though you're living on welfare or you're struggling in your life, it's not necessarily the worst place you could be. Maybe God's protecting you from all of that stuff, all that fame and fortune that you want in your life. Maybe. It's just something to think about. I think about it all the time. I think, thank you, God, that I did not become famous. Thank you, God, I did not end up going on some of these reality shows and finding out what's behind the scenes, because it would have ticked me off. I already know that certain TV shows have a lot of fakery to them, like canned applause or lights that tell you when to clap or cry or what. That's ridiculous. It's so phony. I hate phony. Hate it. But my point in saying all this is that just be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for where you are, even though you might be having a hard time right now. This too shall pass. Be very thankful that you did not make it in that job you thought you wanted, because there's probably a reason why you didn't. Probably a reason why they got the promotion and you did not. Maybe you didn't get the headaches that went along with the promotion. There's probably a reason why they're more outgoing and you're more introverted, because maybe being outgoing isn't always everything it's cracked up to be. I'm an extrovert. I can tell you it's not. Because you have people clinging to you that are not necessarily healthy, non toxic people. and then you find yourself in relationships you resent later and don't know how to get out of them. That's not fun. Or if you are an introvert and I'm sorry, an extrovert and you wish you were more introverted, maybe that's not where you're supposed to be. Maybe you're supposed to be outgoing. Maybe you're going to touch people's lives in ways that people that are more introverted can't and won't. Everybody's where they need to be, in my opinion. Everybody is exactly where they are meant to be, at least in the safe areas of things. I don't mean like in other countries where they're being harmed. I'm talking about if you're not being harmed right now, you're just struggling in some ways in your life, then maybe there's a reason why you don't have that thing over there or this shiny thing that came by and you don't have someone else's life. And you can just be happy being who you are and celebrate that fact. It's just the grass is not always greener on the other side. And somebody used to say to me, I think it was my mom, the grass is always greener on the other side until you get there. It's true. A lot of times there's things I wanted in life, and then I was able to actually have those things and be walking through those experiences and realize, hey, this wasn't all it was cracked up to be. This is not what I anticipated. This is not at all how I saw this. This isn't everything that I thought it was. And a lot of people have experienced that. So just be happy where you are today. Just think about how blessed you really are to be who you are and what you're going through and what you're doing and what you're overcoming in life. Okay? I mean, take that all within the context it's meant. Like I said, if you're sick and struggling with cancer or something, I'm not saying, oh, you're so blessed to have cancer. I'm not saying you're blessed to have cancer. I'm not saying you're blessed to have illnesses and pain and stuff like that. That's not what I mean. Take it in context. Anyway, that's all I had to say. I just saw this Nexium thing with this girl from the show, the very popular series, that is now implicated in crime. And Becky from Full House and her being implicated in crime. And Harvey Weinstein, who was like one of the top, I guess, producers or whatever he was, implicated in crime. Think before you want these people's lives. Would you be willing to give up the life you have now and have experienced all those things and become all those things that those people are just to get to the top? Is it really worth it? God bless.